Hi everyone, here is number 162 of Divine Intimacy. Practice of the Presence of God. Presence of God. O Lord, grant that I may always live in your presence, with my interior gaze fixed on you. Meditation, number 1. The life of continual prayer becomes easier as the soul succeeds in preserving within itself, throughout the day, the awareness of the presence of God. We already know that God is always present within us, that we live, move, and have our being in Him. But while we try during the day, during the time of prayer, to become more and more aware of this great truth, our consciousness of it gradually fades away in the course of our daily occupations, and we are often surprised to find ourselves acting as if God were no longer present with us. The practice of the presence of God really consists in making strong efforts to keep God always present in our mind and heart. Even when we are engaged in our daily task, we can do this in a variety of ways. In various ways. We can use external objects such as an image or a crucifix, which we wear or put on our work table, the sign of which will often remind us of God. We can also use our imagination to picture interiorly the Lord near us. For if the humanity of Jesus is not physically present, it is nevertheless always exercising an influence over us, even a physical one, in the communication of grace. So we can truly represent to ourselves this action of Jesus within us. We can also keep a very vivid remembrance of God by using some truths of faith. For example, I can cultivate the thought of the continual presence of the Trinity within me, and try to perform all my actions in honor of my divine guest, or else I can consider my duties as so many manifestations of the will of God, and so unite myself to this divine will as I perform them. Further, I can make it a practice to view all the circumstances of my life in the light of faith, and therefore arranged by divine providence for my good. This will incline me to accept them and to repeat continually to my Heavenly Father, I am content with everything you do for me. Number 2. The practice of the presence of God, especially recommended by Saint Teresa of Jesus to souls aspiring to divine intimacy, aims at keeping the soul in close contact with God, present within it. We must retire within ourselves even during our ordinary occupations. Says the Spirit, if I can recall the companionship I have within me for so much as a moment that is of great utility. One might object that this method is more suitable for those who live in solitude than for those who are in constant contact with others, yet Saint Teresa applies it. simply and practically to the latter. If one is speaking, he must try to remember that there is one within him to whom he can speak. If he is listening, let him remember that he can listen to one who is nearer to him than anyone else. Finally, let him realize that if he likes, he need never withdraw from this good companionship, and let him grieve when he has left his father alone for so long, though his need of him is so sore. Anyone who works, either mentally or manually, can adopt this method in all his relations with his neighbor. Nothing can hinder him from using it even inversely, that is, by applying it to the presence of God in the souls of others. If, unfortunately, God is not present at all times in all men by grace, he is present in essence, as the creator and conserver of their beings. Thus a teacher can always consider God present in his pupils, a doctor or nurse in their patients, a merchant or dressmaker in their customers, and so on. This thought will inspire in us sentiments of kindness, charity, and respect for all those with whom we come in contact. It will lead us to be interested in them and to serve them, neither for an advantage which we may reap by so doing, nor solely from a sentiment of duty, but as homage to God, whom we recognize as present in them. It means, in short, to seek, serve, and love God, present in our brethren. This practice, together with the one suggested by Saint Teresa, will be very effective in maintaining our contact with God, whether we think of Him as present in our own soul or in that of our neighbor. If you become accustomed to having Him at your side, says Saint Teresa, and if He sees that you have to have Him there and are always trying to please Him, and if He sees that you love to have Him there and are always trying to please Him, you will never be able, as we put it, to send Him away. Colloquy. Lord, may my motto be Thou in me and I in Thee. How beautiful is your presence within me, in the inmost sanctuary of my soul. May my continual occupation be to retire into myself, that I may lose myself in you and live with you. I feel you so vividly in my soul that I have only to become recollected to find you there within me, and in that I find all my happiness. O Lord, let me live within you as with a friend. Help me to live in the awareness of faith always, in order that I may be united to you no matter what happens. I bear heaven in my soul, since you, who satiate the blessed in the in the beatific vision. Give yourself to me in faith and mystery. Grant, O my God, that my soul may be a little heaven, wherein you can rest with delight, in order that I may attain this end. Help me to remove everything that might offend your divine eyes, and then permit me to live always with you in this little heaven. Wherever I am, or whatever I do, you never leave me alone. Grant that I, too, may always remain with you at every hour of the day and night, in joy or sorrow, in every work and action. May I always know how to find you within me. O my God, blessed Trinity, be my dwelling, my rest, my Father's house, which I shall never leave. Let me abide in you, not for a few fleeting minutes or hours, but permanently, habitually. May I pray in you, adore in you, love in you, suffer in you, work and act in you alone. Let me remain in you to offer myself to others through you, to attend to all my duties, while penetrating further into your divine depths. O Lord, grant that every day I may advance along the path of the abyss that leads me to you, that lets me slide down this slope with a confidence full of love. Thank you for listening. To support me further, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and God bless. Thank you.